Hello everyone. Another instance of video collage. I wanted to show some of my art process for the sorts of things I tend to spend my time doing, in which I am very invested in creating. You will see stitch work happening here, both by hand and on my machine, which you will notice is an antique and does not run on electricity. She is an 1888 fiddle bass Singer sewing machine. The very earliest model, although not one of the earliest machines issued in that model. The impression I get is that she was originally issued from the Kilbowie factory in Scotland, simply based on where these machines were manufactured and in general, and also the type of bobbin winder apparatus that this machine requires came from a pretty limited location and points to Kilbowie. Her name is Bridget, which I may get into the reason for that in another video, but very, very briefly, she arrived to me on Imulk, and on Imulk I tend to purposefully focus on elements of craft, physical domestic crafts, artistic crafts, and craft of the mind such as poetry, sort of three-pronged approach to things, but also she is a nod of respect and appreciation for the tragic story of Bridget Cleary, who was the last person burned as a changeling, or at least reported to have been burned as a changeling in Ireland, and she owned a Singer sewing machine. So, at any rate, you will see stitched material, you will see some drawing and painting, and you will see the beginnings of a batch of medieval ink. I would like to take this moment to mention that I will be selling some prints, ink, and also certain types of stitch work in the form of witch dolls or house guardians online, so stay tuned for that. That should be up and running in the coming weeks. Other than that, I will be reading some more poetry as before, and I hope you enjoy. When I first came to town, they called me the roving fool. Happy children, dinner plates, puffed up papas clutching cake. Not a stomach for my name and everywhere the same. Candles in their panes but horseshoes at the door. They drove me to the moor, a safe secluded spot, where I took off my iron shoe to make a cooking pot. I sift the flowery winter snow. I rise fermented spring for dough. I bake the turf in summer's heath, let fall the crumbs like leaves beneath. The scent invites the lately troop, who know that stones are meant for soup. A rover's feast to wake the dead, with river wine and broken bread. Echoes fade of Bedlam's rage and wordless screams in midnight's moon. The iron track of mordant mare ends up here, but starts off there. She dawns the dark with downy flare and red in costly creature hair. Felted tremor, thorny verge, glinting glimpse of eyes awry. I look her askance, thaumaturge, but what does matter? Don't ask why. Matter, she resounds. You are a filly fool with your stretching sticky fingers, a feathered horse of briny foam and riddling curls of wasp-wing gall. I swim your icy undertow, you endless rolling river. You flow between my moonlit feet. I spiral up your spinal lace and sing the silence in your marrow. In reaping hush and berry glow, your iron shoe is worn to nothing. Your soles are soft and bearing down upon a floor of piney pins. Rest in the hollow of my skeletal silver. Lay your head on the sloping mountain of my shoulder. Your demons dance to cricket strings, and worm and crow and moon and sap still blossom in the spring. I think we have to say sometimes that some things can't be said at all. What language suits the epicked dead? The fallen fruit and bubbling skin, the amber bruise in rolling dream, the briefest glance and dappled green. To enter into holy grove, unlock the gate, pass by the dove, and see, when all is said and done, your salted mast of saddened bone. The grove and girl in godly hush, communion in the fleeting rush. When tower told the heat of noon, I took 13 to sawmill tunes.